Question of the day: how do you handle rejections? Or rather, how do you face challenges in life? You see guys, all of us, or most of us, know that life is filled with challenges. Whenever you're trying to pursue something in life, you are bound to face challenges. It's about how we can handle and overcome those challenges so that we can seize that opportunity that comes right after this challenge. It's all about rejections. Life will give you rejections after rejections after rejections after rejections when you are trying to pursue something. Whether you're trying to pursue a career in the business world, whether you're trying to set up your own business, whether you're trying to raise funds for a business idea, you can never succeed, or you can never be thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to be successful in the first time I try to do something. You're going for interviews, chances are very high that you won't get selected in your first interview. You might have to go for one interview, and after another interview, maybe 10 interviews, you don't get selected. 20 interviews, you still don't get selected, but your academic track record is fantastic. You're a first class degree holder in some course, in some bachelor's degree or master's degree or MBA, but your first time in an interview, you might not just crack that interview. That is an example of rejection. Does that mean that you give up right there? Does that mean you give up when you go for 20 or 30 interviews and you still don't get selected? I have met people who gave up when they gave just 20 or 30 interviews. And one of those people, myself, I am guilty as we speak. In so many cases in my life, well, you know, when it comes to writing a thesis in my master's degree, when it came to writing my board exams, when it came to my first few interviews, when it came to my first job as a sales executive in a B2B sales back in Singapore, I gave up. I mean, I almost gave up, and in certain cases, I did give up. But you know, now I've realized one thing. Not now, a few years ago. One thing I've realized from all this experience is that life is going to give you rejections. And there's a saying, if you want to get that first yes, face your first 100 rejections or no's first. 100 no's is equal to 1 yes. You got to keep going on. And as you face these challenges, as you face these rejections in life, if you don't give up, and you're daring enough to face these challenges and not let this be a reason to demotivate yourself, you will become smarter and wiser. Or the correct word would be more experienced. So we're talking about experience here. You see, there are few things that very successful people share in common. One of the things is, these guys are not afraid of rejections. These guys don't tell themselves or give themselves the excuses that, okay, I'm gonna give up, I'm not gonna try anymore because I've tried 50 times and it still didn't work out. That's an excuse you're giving yourself. You're making these rejections an excuse as to why you do not, or you want to give up already. Well, 50 times, it's a lot of times. It could be demotivating. It demotivates me as well. But if you give up on your 50th trial, what if success was waiting for you in the very next try? There's no harm in taking that one additional step. Just because of 20 or 30 or 50 or 60 rejections, do not push yourself away from your goal. One of the things that business leaders take pride in or respect is handling rejections in such a way that it gets them stronger, instead of rejections letting them push themselves back 2 or 3 steps behind the goal. Because even if you take 2 or 3 steps back because of these 50 rejections, you would have to start again. You're gonna face the rejections again. Now 50 rejections, fine, do the math. You take 3 steps back, you're already having 53 rejections. So don't take a step back, take a step forward. Face the rejections, don't be afraid to fail. The only thing, one of the things that keep us away from a goal is the fear to fail. If you're afraid to fail, forget about being successful. You have to fail. You have to fail. You have to face failure. Then you improvise. When you face failures after failures, nothing is served on a silver platter. Right. The inspiration behind making this video was a comment from one of the subscribers. I wouldn't mention his name because I don't have his consent to mention his name, but he did mention Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which is from Robert Kiyosaki. I am a big fan of Robert Kiyosaki. People like Jordan Belfort, Brian Tracy. I'm one of the followers. And guys, again, this is something that we should always bear in mind. Life is filled with rejections. Do not expect your first yes until you have faced your first 100 no's. Have a good day. Stay strong, positive. See you around. Bye.